Tom Evert was born in Cleveland, Ohio, into a family of 11 children. Excelling at sports in grade school and high school, Tom turned down athletic scholarships to pursue a degree in art at Ohio University. Here, Tom speaks about the early influences in his dance career.
I left Ohio University with a degree in dance and a degree in painting, went directly to New York to pursue a dance career, and went right to the Alwa Nikolai studio. Those were my beginnings with Gladys Balin at Ohio University. And she opened doors for me and supported me, and was really a great advocate of my career. And I danced with her colleague, or her teammate, Phyllis Lamlett. And then after, I kind of knew that Phyllis said, I don't want to get too big. I said, well, I'm not trying to make a career, a living doing this. I need to get a bigger job. Set my sights on companies that I'd like to work with. And Paul Taylor was at the top of the list.
Former Paul Taylor company member Victoria Uris speaks about performing with Tom in the company.
So in 1978, Paul Taylor made Diggity, and I didn't have a very big part in it, but I really liked my part, and I got to do a very romantic duet with Tom. And then in a piece called The Rite of Spring, we had to do some of the hardest partnering I've ever had to do. Taking our hands, and he would lift me up to his shoulder and spin around, and the thing we called the chest bumps, where he would just heave me up and we bump chests. It was really fascinating to see how he eventually shed Taylorisms from his body and from his choreography, and really developed his own voice.
Tom began to find his own creative voice within the Tom Evert Dance Company. Susanna Weingarten, his spouse and creative partner of 33 years, has remained steadfast in her love of Tom and his work, and has been a strong creative influence. Susanna speaks to the evolution of Tom's work.
Tom is very traditional, very centered, very clear, very objective. Beginning, middle, and end. There's a story. It's very interesting. Right now, as we speak, his choreography is very clever, profoundly, but very clever, very clear. And he always has a point where to go.
After spending 4 years teaching at the Kennedy Center, Tom returned to Cleveland in 2011 to re-establish his company as Dance Evert. Here he rehearses with company member Megan Haas on a program that he designed specifically for middle school children called Geometry in Motion.
It's time for Tom to get this award. You know, he's given so much. He's danced here and choreographed here and taught here.
I believe that Tom has an incredible light that he brings out to the world. And I love him.